Hello YouTube, welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Kevin and this is the Red Pilling channel. Um, as I previewed in my last video, there's mentioned that I would be talking about the latest deal that Trump made in regard with Israel and Hamas to end the war. And this is really historic, and again, if say what you want about Trump, but if it wasn't for Trump, I don't know where we would be right now. And regardless of people's opinions in regards to Trump and his relationship with Israel, Trump is still ending wars. I mean, I don't think anyone else could have done this. So here are some facts about what is being reported. And the deal was made. The deal was announced, I believe it was like around, it had to be like last Friday when we heard about that a deal has been made. So here's, and then we're still, I think right now we're kind of just on the first phase. So here's what the deal supposedly is supposed to be, from according to the facts here. Gaza will be de-radicalized terror-free zone that does not pose a threat to its neighbors. Gaza will be redeveloped for the benefit of the Gaza people who have suffered more than through. So if you tend to lean more towards the Gaza side, you should be happy. I mean, if this is what you really wanted, you should be happy. I mean, anyone should be happy with this deal. There's no reason to not be happy with this deal. If both sides agree to this proposal, the war will immediately end. Okay, right? Can't end the war if you don't have an agreement. Obviously, they had a deadline when it sounds like the hostages are about to be released. I'll have to get back to you on that if they've been released or not. But one of the deals was releasing the hostages, and it looks like Hamas will be keeping the deal and doing that, and Israel is expected to get, I believe, was it 20 hostages, and then in exchange they're supposed to release the 1,700 prisoners that are in Israeli prisons, Gazans, back to the Gaza side for to Hamas. So, well, that was fair. Okay. Once all the hostages are returned, Hamas members who commit to peaceful coexistence and decommission their weapons will be given amnesty. Members of Hamas who wish to leave Gaza will be provided safe passage in receiving countries. Okay. All right. Upon acceptance, full aid will be immediately sent into the Gaza Strip. Okay, good. Entry distribution aid in the Gaza Strip will proceed without interference from the two parties through the United Nations. Gaza will be for all next. This is again, this is a 20-point plan. So I'm summarizing it. So Gaza, the 9th plan, I'm on number 9 right now. Gaza will be governed under the temporary transitional governance of a technocratic, apolitical Palestinian community. So looks like part of the goal is to get Hamas to actually step down from power so they can actually be led by actual people that are not terrorists. Yeah, that would be nice. Next one, a Trump economic development plan will rebuild and energize Gaza will be created by convening a panel of experts who have helped rebirth some of the thriving modern miracle cities in the Middle East. Okay. A special economic zone with preferred tariff. Okay. No one will be forced to leave Gaza. That one's important because, and see, this is one part where I don't trust Hamas at all, and they still are terrorists. So you would think they should just be destroyed, and they should. But I'm glad that Trump's trying to do this peacefully without having to, destroy anybody. So I'm glad that's working. But to give my opinion on Hamas, where I have a problem with Netanyahu at, is trying to basically get the Gazan people to leave Israel. Now, I know he's used the term ethnically cleanse, which people think that means genocide. Some think just make it hard to live there and get them to basically leave. And he has expressed that before, of wanting to basically annex the West Bank and remove the Arabs out of there so they can advance their pro-Israel, their Greater Israel project, because the Zionists want which is an ideology. They want they want to make it pure Jewish, and thing is, Israel's not pure Jewish. Christians have have done well to protect that land as well. I'm not talking about the evangelicals, that I'm talking about the Catholics. They've done well at protecting that Holy Land. It's an important land that needs to be protected too. It has to be. It's the birthplace of Christianity. It's where Jesus walked. So I understand wanting to protect that land too. We need to. So yes, I believe, yes, we should not be trying to remove the Gazan people, which that's been a controversy. I'm just saying the facts of what people had. So hopefully, with a grain of salt and with fingers crossed, hopefully the Gazans won't be forced to leave and they can coexist. Hamas and other factions agreed to not have any role in governance. Okay, so yeah, I agree. You cannot have those people in power, and Hamas did vote for them, and look what they got out of it. So they need to be governed by real people, not terrorists. Clearly, and part of me the gut feeling wants them to just be nuked out of existence. But again, Trump, he hates war, and that's what I love about him on this. And hopefully with the things in place, hopefully and of course you have to give credit to where it's due. A lot of this deal was made because of the help of Qatar, Egypt, and I believe Jordan, and was it Turkey? I think there's one other country, I forgot which country that was, but that helped orchestrate this to happen. And of course they were a big part of what got Hamas to agree. So you have to give credit where it's due. Both the Jews and even the average Muslims agree that this is getting way out of hand. So that's good. I'm glad Trump is trying to make peace. United States will work with Arab and international partners to develop a temporary international stabilization force immediately to deploy in Gaza. Okay. Okay, this is an important one. Israel will not occupy or annex Gaza. Okay, that's important. As I said in the other one about not trying to force people to leave. Yeah, that's important. I feel like if Hamas is defeated, right, and Hamas holds to it, there's no reason to move the Gazans. And I don't think we should take it out on the people who live there because of the actions of Hamas. There's a difference between a Hamas terrorist and a Gazan. There's a big difference. I think some people forget that there's a difference sometimes. So yeah, they will not annex Gaza or the West Bank. Trump actually stood up to Netanyahu. Yeah, you're not doing that. So I hope not. As the ISF establishes and control, will withdraw bases on standards of Gaza that will no longer possess a threat to Israel, Egypt, or its citizens. Okay. In event that Hamas delays or rejects this proposal, will proceed in the terror-free areas handed over from the IDF and ISF. Okay. Next one is an interfaith dialogue process that will establish based on values and tolerance and peaceful coexistence narrative that benefit the and change mindsets that and narratives of Palestinians and Israelis by emphasizing that benefit that can be derived from peace. And these last two here are really important. Gaza redevelopment advances a program where you actually help rebuild the city and develop, and doing so, it may actually it's a pathway to potentially lead a pathway to self-determination and statehood, which recognizes that as the aspiration of the Palestinian people. And lastly, the United States will establish dialogue between Israel and the Palestinians to agree on a political horizon for peaceful and prosperous to coexist. Okay. Those are important. I mean, I feel the only real way to truly have, I mean, you're only going to have so much peace in this region because, you do have people who don't think Israel should exist at all. So that, you can't, you're not going to have pure peace in this region. And there are those who do want to wipe Israel, but there are those in the Zionist movement. And again, it's to explain what Zionism means. It's a political ideology that's supposed to advance the interest of Israel, particularly the Zionist Jews. And I'm not talking about all Jews, but those specific group. A lot of times they're a lot more wealthier, and they have special interests of what they want in that land. So there's and they have repeatedly said, and this is factual, it came from Benjamin Netanyahu's own words, that he does not want a two-state solution. And I've heard he's gone back saying he won't honor this. So I don't know. I mean, this is a great deal. There are some controversies saying that neither side have actually really agreed with everything, and Hamas didn't agree with everything either. I don't know. I mean, it looks like they agreed. I mean, Trump made it pretty clear that they have to agree, or else, well, he said Israel could finish them off if they do not, if they're going to play games, because Trump is done playing games. So I'm glad Hamas agreed to the deal. But yeah, again, the two-state solution, I think, is the most important part. I think that's really what people are wanting around the world. And I think people believe that, because a lot of the Gazans that we call Palestinian, they've been there a long time as well. So I think it's kind of silly to try to remove them from that land just to satisfy special interest of certain elites. So no, I think, and we have to understand, yes, it was intended for Jewish people to go live their culture after Nazi Germany. But as you see, Christians have a big place in there as well. And I think what has me have a soft part for the Gazans is a lot of churches got bombed. There was a lot of mistakes in this war that happened. I mean, I'm trying to put it nicely. I don't know if I buy the whole genocide yet. I just haven't seen enough evidence to suggest that there was full genocide. I think this war had so much propaganda that I just feel like even if you side with Israel, there's still some things you're not going to get the whole truth on. But again, that's why I'm so glad this deal got made, and I hope both sides can agree, and hopefully no one breaks the deal. Now, Hamas can't be trusted, but I also don't know if Bibi can either. And even Trump said himself that he can't guarantee that Bibi is not going to break the deal either. So there, because he has before gone and disobeyed Trump's orders when he said not to bomb things, like bombing Qatar. He had no business doing that. So anyway, I don't know. I mean, I'm hearing the first phase right now, though, is Israel has so far done it. There was some controversy that they kept bombing after the deal, so there was people were pissed about that, and yeah, that was wrong. But it does look like Israel has a fully withdrawn from Gaza, and it looks like the war has the fighting has officially stopped now. Um, the first stage, though, Hamas accepts first stage of peace, releases all 20 Israeli prisoners instructed Israel to release hundreds of Palestinians. No guarantee. Okay, all right, I'll stop there. Never mind. Okay. So I don't know. I mean, it's a great deal. I think at this point, if for those who don't support this deal, you again, those are that's a sign to me that there's two things. Either you're a bot on social media, just paid to continue shilling for your side, and you need money because some people don't want this war to end because what are they going to grift on if it ends? But then you also have the people that are just warmongers. I think there are some people who don't want peace. They pretend they do, but when it all comes down to it, they don't want peace. Of course, the left is going to find reasons to hate Donald Trump's deal on this. The progressive pro-Palestine side. I find it interesting. You always see the free Palestine, and Trump literally did, but they're still not going to give him any credit for it. And there's some people on the pro-Israel side that are not too happy about it either. It's like, I don't know, this is a deal, man. This is not easy. This is a war. Anyway, I don't know what's going to happen, but that's the fact so far. Hopefully it happens, but my fingers are crossed, and we'll see what happens. I don't think anyone really can be trusted on this deal, but I do think Trump definitely deserves the Nobel Peace Prize. Anyone who says that he doesn't is an idiot. I mean, they are. I mean, I don't know how other way to say it than that. I mean, his best success is that he ended. I mean, how many wars did he end already? I've lost count how many wars he's ended already. It's like, I mean, this is big deal. He's definitely the peace candidate, and in 20 years from now, his legacy is going to be how much he hated war and how much he really wanted peace. And I feel like there's so many people in leadership that don't actually want peace, and unfortunately, war is profitable, and there are people who grift off having these happen. So I don't know. So anyway, those are the facts. I just wanted to read the facts. I mean, what do you guys think about the deal? Do you think the deal is good? Do you support the deal? If you don't support the deal, let me know in the comments on why you think the deal was wrong. But I mean, if you actually do oppose it, I hope you guys can give me a good reason for it. But anyway, that's all I have for today. Again, if you like this video, please like. If you have anything to comment on, if you support this or not, I mean, I hope you guys do. But either way, let me know in the comments of what you guys think. If you like this channel, as again, like, and if you like my video channel, please subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. The Red Pilling channel